Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Jam here, and welcome to a new Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. In this one, I'm going to be taking on the legendary Goku event. You could probably see by the title, I didn't use any items, nor do I use any LRs. This video is already, the footage is already pre-recorded, the gameplay is already done. The only difference is I'm just going to be talking over it and just kind of my reasoning for why I brought, this unit or why I didn't bring this unit and things like that. But if not, I don't know how long I'm going to talk through this, nor I think I'm going to speed it up because the run originally took like 40 some minutes, which I didn't think it would originally take that long. So I'm probably going to speed it up a little bit because I don't want to upload something that's 40 some minutes long. I'm not going to lie. But I might either way. So if you want to watch the whole thing, great. If not, before you click off the video, if you could please go down and subscribe down below. I love Dokkan Battle. If you love Dokkan Battle, me and you will get along just fine. If not, leaving a like on the video is all I ask. Helps out the channel. For how small my channel is, the growth I've had recently has been really nice. I've been at least getting, a few subs a week, which for how small I am right now, it makes me so happy. So I appreciate every single one of you who is new and those who have been supporting me for quite a while now. I appreciate you a lot. But with all that said, I'm going to go ahead and start discussing everything that I've been doing in this video. So if you do enjoy, like I said, leave a like. Anyway, so Legendary Goku event. It is something that I don't think I've posted a full video on my channel ever, which I don't know why. I even when I'm not recording, I sit here and every once in a while, I'll run through the Legendary Goku event just to keep my mind calm, maybe it's something that I'll do before bed just to, kind of get the mood, settle me down. And typically I fall asleep half the time going through it. So it's something that I use kind of as a way to, help me go to sleep, gets my mind off whatever's on my, throughout the previous day if anything bad happened. I love Legendary Goku event is all I'm trying to say. So I was like, what can I do to relatively challenge myself? And what I decided to do was I decided to do a no item run without using any LRs, which sounds pretty easy, knowing that there are units like the ones I'm using in here who stack defense. But I didn't want to use, a full 6 units with, full stacking defense. So I also wanted to limit myself to only bringing 3 Dokkan Fests and then 3 units that are just regular banner units. I happen to go with 3 EZA units, which I didn't even realize until I actually just looked at the team after I was done. But I wouldn't be opposed to maybe, in the future doing a video where I take on Legendary Goku event with no Dokkan Fests, or maybe I do one where I don't use EZA units, things like that, or maybe only LRs or only Dokkan Fest. I'm up for doing any of these challenges. I love the Legendary Goku event. It's fun. So I decided to do a run, no items with no LRs, because I see a lot of the times when people do the Legendary Goku event, there's always an LR. So I was thinking to myself, this shouldn't be that difficult, there's a bunch of stacking units. But surprisingly, this took me a couple runs, just because more importantly, I have to get attacked to get the transformation for STR Goku, which getting beneath 77% HP, I think it happens sometime within this run. I get Goku to transform, and I have him on rotation with Bardock and then the Goku itself, just because they both have prepared for battle. And the next turn I have the second Goku, and in that turn I got a bunch of AGL orbs because it's like, alright, I got the transformation, we're at like 50%, I can grab some AGL orbs, but I end up grabbing too many orbs, and then the next turn I have to sit there and take damage in the next turn again, just to make sure I get both Gokus transformed, because if they don't transform by Super Saiyan 2 Goku, it's pretty much a dead run. They will take way too much damage, you can't get their defense high enough to where when you're at UI Goku, they don't take damage at all. Sorry, I just hit my desk. But that was actually kind of tougher than I thought it would be, just because I had to, normally you would just sit there and stack units, but like I said, I limited myself to a few units. I didn't want to just bring a whole team of stacking units. So I made sure I brought 2 units that did not stack defense, so that I at least have some, a little bit of a challenge to avoid supers and, things like that, which I brought, 2 easy A's for that, which was the physical Spirit Bomb Shirtless Goku, and then AGO Vegito because, well, why not? And plus they're the only really 2 units that I felt like using because I haven't really used them all too much. And anyway, I have to pick people from the Super Saiyan category, so, there's a bunch of different factors, but I felt like this would be the most fun. Physical Spirit Bomb Goku would be fun for int UI Goku because, well, type disadvantage, or he would have type advantage, and I think he's just a fun unit. That high chance of him critting, plus I have him with 20 addition. I think I have him with 20 or 17 additional, so he's a fun unit to use, especially for int UI Goku. It was fun, but also that physical Goku was actually one of my weak links because I would get far and I'd have a good run, but then I had reached STR UI Goku, and there was like 2 or 3 runs where I made it that far, and then he's taking, like, you'll see it later in this video, but that physical Goku takes like 90k damage from STR UI Goku, which is insane. That is not good. So pretty much I have to pray that, whenever he gets attacked, he doesn't get supered. So it's fun, and if you have this team, I definitely would recommend giving it a try. The only units that might be, optional that you may not have would be that Bardock. The other 3 units, 2 are banner units, 1 is completely free to play, and then 1 is AGO Super Vegito, and he's super old. You should at least have him with at least 2 dupes minimum. He's been around for so long. Namek Goku, he might be a unit some people might not have, but I still feel like at this point you'd probably have enough red coins, or you could at least have him. In this video, my Bardock and my Goku, they're only 55%. I've only pulled 1 of each of them, so you can't say like I have mine, to the point to where no matter what they're not going to be taking damage, because like I said, they're only 55%. So there's that. Other than that, I really wanted to use that Tech Vegeta, the one who just Easy 8 on Global. He's been one of the main fodder banner units that you always see, that Tech Super Saiyan Vegeta, but with his Easy 8, he's very fun. It's actually the first time I have, like me personally, I've used him, was, experimenting with him through Legendary Goku event, trying to get this no item, no LR run, and there was a few times where I would bring instead of bringing the exchange STR Vegeta / Trunks, I would have a rotation with both the STR Gokus, the friend and mine, and then I would just bring the other exchange unit, the Super Saiyan Goku / Gohan, but I used that Goku, the other exchange Goku that came from pretty much the same time. I think it was the 4-year anniversary, I think, that they got released. I use them all the time for Legendary Goku event. And then one time I just got wiped by STR UI Goku from the physical one, and I just decided to switch it up. They share a lot of links together, these two. I think they share like 5 or 6 links. I know that they both share Prepared for Battle and Shattering the Limit, which that in itself is, you only need 2 key to super with them. And then I think they share Golden War, which is another key. So they were pretty much auto super when on a rotation together. So I wanted to have them. And I think they also share... Let's see. Of course they have Super Saiyan. I think they also share Royal Lineage. I'm checking right now. Yes, they do. So the only differences is the STR one has Soul versus Soul. And that's really it. They pretty much have an exact identical link set, so I was like, why not bring those two? It'd be a fun rotation to run. And sure enough, it ended up working for me. This was the only problem with that STR Vegeta is he has such a low base defense. It's only like 8,300, which is very low, and it's going to take him a long time to stack his defense. But super fun unit to use. I enjoy him. These two work together very well, for one being a complete formerly fodder SSR unit, to now being what he is today, the Tech Vegeta. And the two of them together just synergize perfectly, I feel like. I mean, they synergize like 6 out of 7 links. They're amazing. But other than that, pretty much the only thing I did in this run was stacking defense with Bardock, the 2 STR Gokus. I started with mine just because mine would take longer to stack the defense, just because it's only 55%, no dupes. And then once I got to STR UI Goku, I think I switched out mine for the friend, because the friend I was using was Rainbow. So I just started stacking with him. And then, yeah, stacking the Vegetas together, and then just off-rotating one STR Goku, or not STR, STR Goku, yeah. And then physical Spirit Bomb Goku and Vegito. And pretty much I was just relying on praying that I wouldn't get supered from, at least early on. I think earlier in this run, I think we may have, I don't know where the gameplay is at right now. I know I got to like 50k, 60k health, which the health stat on this team is only like near 400k, which that's one of the downsides. It has a low HP, but I make it work. And then, yeah, the only thing really to rely on is praying that the physical Spirit Bomb Goku doesn't get supered when he's on STR UI Goku. Other than that, it's pretty much a clear shot all the way to the end. Make sure you grab the same type of orbs whenever you can to get extra HP, stack that defense. The thing that was nice is having physical or super Vegito whenever I did get under 40% health, being able to see super attacks, that was actually really useful. I did have that happen a few times, and it did make a difference. Other than that, some other units that I was thinking about bringing in was that Tech Exchange Goku. I felt like he would have been a fun unit. Well, I mean, I know he's a good unit. He stacks defense so much faster, but he's a fun unit in general. Those two free-to-play exchange units are some of the best units in the game. Other than that, I could have brought the Dragon Ball Super Trunks, but I feel like he's just overused in the Legendary Goku event. He's so good for the event, but I think he's just overused personally. There's Transforming Vegeta. I'd have to rely on getting him all his super attacks, which in that case, it's just, I don't know, I didn't feel like working on it. There was a few other units I was tempted to bring as well. The free-to-play Super Saiyan Trunks from the Broly movie, he stacks defense, and he he starts off with 2 ki and something, but when there's a Goku family category on the team, he gets an additional 50% attack and defense. Really solid free-to-play unit. Other than that, since I was using the Super Saiyan category, there wasn't really a whole lot of other units besides, like, there's LRs obviously that I can use, but I haven't really messed around with a whole lot of the newer EZAs, like the easy area units, like the Gohan, the 2 Trunkses. Like, I haven't really messed around with them, so I don't know how they work and perform, and if they would even be worth using in the Legendary Goku event. There's also units like Gogeta, but I already wanted to use Vegito. So, and like I said, I wanted to limit myself to how many Dokkan Fests I could bring. So, and I knew for sure I was bringing STR Goku and AGL Bardock. So I pretty much had one space left for one more Dokkan Fest. I was actually thinking about bringing the other Super Vegito as well for into UI Goku. But I don't like that physical Vegito. Physical Vegito Blue is great, but AGL Vegito is just not that good. Other than that, that's really the only other units I was tempted to bring. In my opinion, the Super Saiyan category would probably be one of the easiest stages to do a whole no LR run with, you know, just no LRs, no items. There is a few other teams that potentially you could do this with. You could potentially try using, if you have Dokkan Fest Piccolo. He's a real fun unit to use, one of the best. You could pretty much run him on a team, and you can, I guarantee that, I don't know who else is on Worthy Rivals, besides I know the Resurrection F Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. He is very good. He's the one that just awakened on JP with Bergamo and the physical one. Other than that, I don't really know who else you could run on the team that stacks defense. I think actually the STR Vegeta, the one that I used in this video, I think he also stacks defense, so I think you could bring, or I think he's also on the team, is what I meant to say. I don't really know whether other worthy rivals category units are also stacked defense, so yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but you could definitely try that out as a team. That team in general is very good, so I definitely think that is a team you could do. And that, obviously there's Pure Saiyans, but I don't want to bring Pure Saiyans, even though I kind of did in a way, but I don't want to use a Pure Saiyans lead, is pretty much all I'm getting at. But, I mean, I could bring Dragon Ball Super Trunks too, there's that. I could bring a Time Travelers team, that could easily be another one to do this with, because you have Int Goku Black, which with that, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, the EZA STR Cell is on Time Travelers, so you could use him. I mean, Pure Saiyans, like I said, if you have the TUR for LR, Kale and Caulifla, you could use that, but I feel like in a way that's also cheating, just because it is a TUR to an LR if you're trying to do a no item run with no LRs, so I don't know, there's a bunch of other units you could potentially use for this. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to stop rambling on about what you could do for Legendary Goku event. It's been out for a long time, a lot of people know how the event works in general, but I just want to get my thought process out for, you know, what are the things I could do for, you know, specifically doing no LR, you know, no LR, no items on this event. If you happen to make it to the end, I'm surprised you listened to the whole thing. But those who didn't, I don't blame you. A lot of you probably didn't. You probably saw this was like over 20 minutes and you were like, screw it, I don't want to watch it. But if you are still listening, if you have any suggestions for, you know, run this team on Legendary Goku event, you know, using no items or use no LRs or use no EZAs, you know, just let me know. Leave some suggestions in the comments if you happen to be listening to this. I would love to do some more runs on this. I love Legendary Goku event. But with that, I'm going to end it off here. I don't know if the video is going to end now or where we're at in the video. It's probably not going to be over. So enjoy the rest of the gameplay. I'm going to add some music on to the end of this as well. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Peace.